Breaking. Maurice Benard reveals heartbreaking health battle. General Hospital star's shocking diagnosis rocks fans worldwide. The soap opera world has been shaken to its core with devastating news. From beloved General Hospital star Maurice Benard, the 62-year-old actor, who has portrayed the iconic mob boss Sonny Corinthos for over 3 decades, has revealed in an emotional disclosure that he has been diagnosed with liver cancer, adding to his ongoing battle with bipolar disorder. The shocking revelation that changes everything, in what can only be described as the most heartbreaking announcement of 2025. Maurice Benard opened up about his liver cancer diagnosis during a deeply personal episode of his State of Mind podcast. The revelation comes at a time when the beloved actor was already managing his well-documented struggles with bipolar disorder, a condition he has courageously fought since his diagnosis at age 22. About a month ago, anxiety came knocking, and of course, I couldn't tell the triggers. Benard shared in his podcast, his voice heavy with emotion. The actor, who has been transparent about his mental health journey throughout his career, explained how the combination of his existing bipolar disorder and this new cancer diagnosis has created an overwhelming challenge that he never anticipated facing, a legacy built on strength and vulnerability. For 32 years, Maurice Benard has been the heart and soul of General Hospital as Sonny Corinthos. His portrayal of the complex mob boss dealing with bipolar disorder broke new ground in daytime television, bringing much-needed awareness to mental health issues. The character's struggles with medication, mood swings, and the challenges of maintaining relationships while managing a mental health condition resonated with millions of viewers worldwide. Benard's commitment to authenticity in his portrayal stems from his personal experience. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder in his early 20s, he pushed for his character to share this condition, making Sonny one of the first major soap opera characters to openly deal with mental illness. This groundbreaking storyline has earned him 3 Daytime Emmy Awards and countless accolades from mental health organizations. The perfect storm of health challenges, the combination of liver cancer and bipolar disorder presents a particularly challenging medical situation. Recent medical research has shown that patients dealing with both cancer and mental health conditions face unique complications in their treatment journey. The stress of a cancer diagnosis can significantly impact bipolar disorder, potentially triggering manic or depressive episodes that complicate treatment decisions. "I don't think mentally if I can keep going that long," Benard recently admitted when discussing his future on General Hospital. These words now take on a much deeper meaning in light of his cancer diagnosis. The actor has been honest about his concerns regarding his ability to maintain the demanding schedule of daily soap opera production while battling both conditions. The impact on General Hospital's future. Sources close to the production suggest that Benard's health revelations are already impacting storylines on General Hospital. Recent episodes have shown Sonny Corinthos experiencing mysterious chest pains and health scares, which fans now understand may have been foreshadowing this real-life battle. The show's writers have been crafting what insiders describe as potentially transformative storylines for the character. Sonny is hit with an existential crisis that has him re-examining his personal and professional lives, revealed General Hospital's co-head writers in a recent interview. This crisis, they explained, will force the character to make major decisions about his future that will impact everyone in Port Charles. Given Benard's real-life health struggles, these storylines take on profound significance. A community in mourning and support. The timing of Benard's revelation is particularly poignant, coming just days after the soap opera community lost another beloved star. Tristan Rogers, who played Robert Scorpio on General Hospital for 45 years, passed away on August 15, 2025, after his own battle with lung cancer. Rogers was 79 years old and had never been a smoker, making his death especially shocking to fans and colleagues alike. Benard, who had worked alongside Rogers for decades, was deeply affected by his colleagues' passing. In a tribute podcast that aired recently, Benard became emotional while honoring Rogers' memory. The loss of Rogers, combined with his own health struggles, has created a perfect storm of grief and uncertainty for the General Hospital family. The warrior's journey continues. Despite the overwhelming challenges he faces, Maurice Benard remains committed to his mission of mental health advocacy. His State of Mind podcast continues to provide a platform for important conversations about mental health, even as he navigates his own darkest chapter. The show has featured interviews with various celebrities and mental health advocates, helping to break down stigmas and encourage others to seek help. I was in bad shape. I didn't know if I'd ever act again. Benard recently confessed about a particularly difficult period in 2024. He revealed that he had to take 2 weeks off from General Hospital, something he had never done in his decades-long career. The anxiety and physical symptoms were so severe that he questioned whether he could continue performing. The family that stands strong. Throughout this journey, Benard has leaned heavily on his family for support. His wife Paula has been his rock through previous mental health crises, and now she faces the challenge of supporting him through cancer treatment as well. The couple, married since 1990, has 4 children together, and their family bond has been crucial in Benard's ongoing recovery and stability. The actor's openness about his struggles has also created a surrogate family among his fans and the broader mental health community. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness NAMI and Mental Health America have long supported Benard's advocacy work, and now they stand ready to support him through this new challenge. Medical complexities and treatment challenges. Liver cancer, particularly when combined with existing mental health conditions, presents unique treatment challenges. Medical professionals must carefully balance cancer treatments with psychiatric medications, ensuring that neither condition exacerbates the other. The stress of cancer treatment can potentially trigger bipolar episodes, while certain psychiatric medications may interact with cancer treatments. Recent advances in liver cancer treatment have improved survival rates significantly, but early detection remains crucial. The combination of Benard's existing health monitoring due to his bipolar disorder medications may have helped in early detection of his liver condition, potentially improving his treatment prospects. A show's uncertain future. As fans grapple with the possibility of losing one of daytime television's most iconic characters, General Hospital faces the challenge of potentially writing out its most central figure. Sonny Corinthos has been involved in virtually every major storyline for 3 decades, and his presence has been the anchor that connects multiple character families and storylines. Recent spoilers suggest that the show is preparing for significant changes, with storylines that could provide either a temporary departure for the character, while Benard focuses on treatment, or potentially a more permanent resolution. The uncertainty has fans on edge, desperately hoping for positive news about their beloved star's health. The legacy of courage. Regardless of what the future holds, Maurice Benard's impact on both entertainment and mental health awareness cannot be overstated. His willingness to be vulnerable, to share his struggles, and to use his platform for advocacy has saved countless lives and changed perceptions about mental illness. His portrayal of Sonny Corinthos dealing with bipolar disorder has provided representation for millions of Americans living with mental health conditions. The storylines have shown that success, love, and meaningful relationships are possible even while managing serious mental health challenges. A community united in hope. As news of Maurice Benard's diagnosis spreads, the soap opera community, mental health advocates, and fans worldwide are rallying in support. Social media has been flooded with messages of love, encouragement, and gratitude for the actor's years of authentic portrayal and advocacy. The timing, coming so soon after the loss of Tristan Rogers, has created a sense of urgency among fans to express their appreciation for the actors, who have brought joy and meaning to their lives for decades. The soap opera community, often dismissed by critics, has shown its true strength in times of crisis, providing unwavering support for its stars. Looking forward with determination. While the road ahead is uncertain, Maurice Benard's track record of facing challenges head-on provides hope. His previous battles with mental health crises have been marked by his determination to not only survive but to use his experiences to help others. This same fighting spirit will undoubtedly serve him well in his cancer battle. The actor's recent statements about potentially retiring from General Hospital in the near future now take on new meaning, rather than a planned career transition. These comments may reflect his realistic assessment of his health situation and his desire to focus on treatment and family. As this story continues to unfold, one thing remains certain: Maurice Benard's courage in sharing his struggles, his dedication to his craft, and his commitment to mental health advocacy have created a legacy that will endure, regardless of what challenges lie ahead. The soap opera world, the mental health community, and millions of fans around the globe stand united in support of this remarkable man as he faces his greatest battle yet. The next chapters of both Maurice Benard's personal story and Sonny Corinthos' fictional journey remain unwritten, but they will undoubtedly be filled with the same authenticity, courage, and heart that have defined both the man and the character for over 3 decades. Next, we will learn about the surprising shift in the rocky relationship between Lulu Spencer and Liesl Obrecht, as a family crisis brings them closer than ever before. In the bustling world of Port Charles, where alliances shift like the tides, few rivalries have burned as intensely as the one between Lulu Spencer and Liesl Obrecht. These two formidable women have harbored deep-seated animosity for years, stemming from past betrayals and clashing personalities that seemed destined to keep them at odds forever. Lulu, the resilient journalist and devoted mother, has always viewed Liesl as a chaotic force, especially given the dark history involving Liesl's daughter Britt Westburn. Yet, recent events are hinting at a potential thaw in this icy feud, offering a glimmer of hope for reconciliation amid heartbreak. As viewers tune in, they're witnessing subtle changes that could redefine their dynamic, proving that even the most bitter enemies can find common ground when it matters most. The catalyst for this unexpected turn revolves around Maxie Jones, a beloved figure in both women's lives who has suddenly found herself in grave danger. Maxie, known for her vibrant spirit and unyielding optimism, suffered a shocking heart attack that has left the entire community of Port Charles reeling with worry and fear. Doctors are working tirelessly to stabilize her, but the uncertainty hangs heavy over her loved ones, amplifying the emotional stakes. As Lulu's closest confidant and best friend, Maxie shares an unbreakable bond with her, forged through years of shared secrets, laughter, and support during life's toughest moments. For Liesl, the connection runs even deeper. Maxie is her cherished daughter-in-law, married to Liesl's son Nathan West before his tragic passing, and the mother of her grandchildren. This dual tie makes Maxie's health crisis a pivotal point where Lulu and Liesl's paths inevitably cross, forcing them to confront their differences head-on. In the midst of hospital corridors filled with anxious whispers and beeping monitors, the two women are discovering that their mutual love for Maxie might just be the bridge they've long needed. One of the most poignant moments unfolded when Lulu faced the daunting task of breaking the devastating news to Maxie's young children, James and Georgie. Lulu, still grappling with her own shock and grief, stood at the threshold of her home, her heart pounding as she tried to summon the courage to explain the unimaginable to these innocent kids. The weight of the responsibility was overwhelming. She imagined their wide-eyed confusion turning to tears, and it paralyzed her. Just then, Liesl arrived unannounced at the door, her usual sharp demeanor softened by concern, rather than slamming the door in her facial reaction that would have been all too expected. Given their history, Lulu made the surprising choice to welcome her inside. As the children began peppering them with innocent questions about their mother's whereabouts, Lulu faltered, her words catching in her throat like thorns. It was Liesl who rose to the occasion, stepping forward with a composure that belied her own inner turmoil. In a display of unexpected tenderness, Liesl knelt down to the children's level, her voice steady yet warm, as she carefully explained the situation. She didn't sugarcoat the truth about Maxie's heart attack, acknowledging the seriousness without delving into frightening details that could overwhelm them. Instead, she wove in reassuring words about the skilled doctors at General Hospital and how Maxie was fighting hard to get better, painting a picture of hope amid the storm. She even shared a light-hearted anecdote from Maxie's past, recalling a time when Maxie had bounced back from a silly mishap with her trademark humor, which brought faint smiles to the kids' faces. This gentle honesty was a masterclass in compassion, and Lulu couldn't help but watch in quiet awe. For the first time, the woman she had long despised revealed a nurturing side, one that Maxie had always defended and cherished. As Liesl finished, Lulu felt a rare smile tug at her lips, a silent acknowledgement that perhaps there was more to Liesl than the villainous facade she projected. This collaborative effort didn't end there. The two women seamlessly tag-teamed to comfort the children, with Lulu adding her own stories of Maxie's strength and Liesl providing practical distractions, like suggesting they draw get-well cards for their mom. It was a harmonious partnership born out of necessity, showcasing how well they could function together when focused on a shared goal. Viewers at home were captivated by this scene, noting the subtle glances of mutual respect that passed between them. This newfound synergy could extend beyond Maxie's immediate family, potentially benefiting Lulu's own son, Rocco. The teenager has been caught in the crossfire of Lulu and Liesl's ongoing battles, particularly over Liesl's role in his life. Lulu has fiercely protected Rocco, insisting he steer clear of Liesl due to the painful history where Britt, Liesl's daughter, stole Rocco as an embryo in a twisted scheme that shattered their family. That betrayal left scars that Lulu hasn't fully healed from, making her wary of any influence Liesl might exert. Yet, Rocco, now navigating the complexities of adolescence, craves answers about his origins and the tangled web of his family's past. He's been drawn to Liesl as a source of unfiltered information, seeing her as a grandma figure who holds keys to mysteries his mother prefers to keep locked away. This has created tension, with Rocco feeling torn between loyalty to Lulu and his curiosity about Liesl's perspective. Recent episodes have shown him sneaking conversations with Liesl, asking pointed questions about Britt and the events that led to his birth. The thawing ice between Lulu and Liesl might finally allow for a more balanced approach, where Rocco doesn't have to choose sides. Imagine the possibilities. Joint family gatherings where stories are shared openly, helping Rocco build a fuller picture of his identity without the undercurrent of conflict. At the heart of this evolving relationship is the simple truth that Lulu and Liesl share profound affections for the same Pia Plamaxi, her children, and now potentially Rocco. This common ground, often overlooked in their clashes, is becoming impossible to ignore during this crisis. As Maxie fights for recovery, surrounded by machines and medical charts in her hospital room, her loved ones must band together. Lulu and Liesl will likely need to coordinate visits, share updates on Maxie's progress, and provide emotional support to the kids. From helping with homework to ensuring bedtime routines offer a sense of normalcy. Inventing new traditions, like family story hours featuring tales from Maxie's adventurous life, could strengthen their bond. Even small gestures, such as Liesl bringing homemade German treats to comfort the children, a nod to her heritage, might warm Lulu's heart further. Next, we will learn about the mounting tensions surrounding Drew Kane, and how the ever-patient Elizabeth Weber might just be the key to turning the tide against his vengeful schemes. In the drama-filled halls of Port Charles, where loyalties are tested and secrets unravel like fragile threads, Drew Kane has managed to alienate nearly everyone in his orbit, including those known for their boundless compassion. Even Elizabeth Weber, the epitome of kindness and forgiveness, with her history of overcoming personal tragedies, like the loss of loved ones and her own battles with mental health, is reaching her breaking point. Drew's endless manipulations and self-serving antics have worn thin on her, transforming quiet disapproval into outright frustration. As the head nurse at General Hospital, Elizabeth has a front row seat to the chaos Drew brews, and her growing impatience could spell trouble for him. Viewers have noticed her subtle eye rolls and pointed remarks during recent episodes, hinting that she's no longer willing to stand by idly while he wreaks havoc on the lives of those she cares about. This shift in her demeanor isn't just personal, it's a calculated response to the broader impact of Drew's actions on the community, setting the stage for a potential showdown that could reshape alliances in unexpected ways. At the core of this brewing conflict is Elizabeth's potential role in convincing Drew to abandon his baseless charges against Michael Corinthos. The bad blood between Drew and Michael escalated dramatically when a heated confrontation led to Michael lashing out physically, resulting in what Drew dramatically claimed were severe injuries. Rushed to the emergency room, Drew played up his minor scrapes as if they were life-threatening, complete with exaggerated winces and demands for immediate attention. Elizabeth, with her sharp instincts honed from years of triaging real emergencies from car accidents to mysterious poisonings, assessed the situation and saw right through his theatrics. She couldn't resist a sarcastic quip about how his so-called boo-boo hardly qualified for her resources, perhaps even suggesting he could have treated it with a simple bandage from the corner pharmacy. While she lacks concrete proof that Drew orchestrated the incident to target Michael as part of a larger vendetta, her suspicions run deep, fueled by overheard whispers in the hospital break room about Drew's political ambitions, clashing with the Corinthos family's influence. Adding a new layer, Elizabeth recalls a similar past incident where Drew exaggerated an injury during a family dispute, using it to gain sympathy and leverage, which only reinforces her belief that he's manipulating the system once again. But Elizabeth's leverage extends far beyond her observations in the air. She holds crucial information about another explosive incident that mirrors Michael's outburst, involving none other than Drew's cherished Willow Tate. In a moment of raw emotion, Willow, provoked by mounting stresses including her tangled romantic entanglements and family secrets, lost her composure and struck her colleague Lucas Jones right in the heart of the hospital. The slap echoed through the sterile corridors, drawing shocked gasps from nearby staff who witnessed the uncharacteristic violence. From the usually composed nurse, this act, committed in her professional environment, carried serious implications, as workplace assaults can lead to immediate suspensions or worse. Elizabeth, ever the mediator, gently encouraged Lucas to consider filing an official report, emphasizing the importance of protocol to maintain order. But Lucas, drawing from his own history of forgiveness after betrayals like his complicated adoption storyline, chose mercy instead. He confided in Elizabeth about his reluctance, citing Willow's visible distress and his desire to avoid escalating family drama, especially with their shared connections to the Quartermain clan. This decision left Willow teetering on the edge, her actions now a ticking time bomb that could detonate her carefully constructed life. Willow's precarious situation is multifaceted, with risks that extend well beyond a bruised ego for Lucas. As a mother fiercely protective of her children, Wiley and Amelia, she faces the terrifying prospect of custody battles. If her instability becomes public knowledge, perhaps ignited by Drew's own legal maneuvers, or Sonny's ongoing feuds, professionally, her role as a nurse hangs by a thread. One formal complaint could lead to investigations by the hospital board, scrutinizing her mental fitness amid whispers of her secret affair with Drew, and the emotional toll it's taking. Inventing a fresh detail. Imagine Willow confiding in a therapy session about hallucinations from sleep deprivation, which Elizabeth overheard while passing by, adding to concerns about her reliability in high-stakes medical scenarios. Drew remains blissfully ignorant of these developments, too consumed by his schemes against Michael and Sonny Corinthos, plotting late-night strategies in his congressional office adorned with campaign posters and confidential files. His obsession blinds him to Willow's downward spiral, where each misstep digs her grave deeper, from skipped shifts to tearful breakdowns in the supply closet. This tunnel vision highlights Drew's hypocrisy, as he condemns Michael's violence while overlooking similar eruptions from the woman he claims to adore, perhaps even enabling her by whispering assurances during stolen moments that everything will be fine. Enter Elizabeth's authoritative position as Willow's direct supervisor, which grants her the power to intervene decisively, with her priority always on the hospital's integrity, answering patient safety above personal loyalties. She observes Willow's unraveling with a mix of sympathy and professional duty. Elizabeth could initiate disciplinary action, starting with a mandatory leave of absence or escalating to termination, if Willow's behavior continues to endanger the team, like the time she nearly administered the wrong medication during a stressful shift. A detailed analysis of this dynamic reveals how Elizabeth might casually drop hints to Drew about these vulnerabilities during a chance encounter in the hospital cafeteria, painting a vivid picture of Willow's fragile state, complete with examples of her distracted charting and emotional outbursts. By threatening to enforce these measures, Elizabeth could force Drew to reconsider his vendetta. After all, dropping the charges against Michael might be a small price to pay to shield Willow from professional ruin and preserve their illicit romance. This tactic isn't born from malice, but from Elizabeth's desire to restore balance, drawing on her own experiences of redemption after past mistakes, such as her involvement in identity deceptions. What might finally tip Elizabeth into action is discovering Drew's underhanded treatment of Stella Henry, the wise social worker who's been a pillar of support for many in Port Charles. Rumors swirl that Drew has been pressuring Stella for confidential information on vulnerable families, perhaps to bolster his political image or undermine rivals, leaving her feeling cornered and disrespected. Upon learning this, made through a heartfelt conversation, where Stella vents about Drew's aggressive tactics, including late-night calls and veiled threats, Elizabeth's protective instincts would ignite. As someone who values Stella's contributions, from counseling troubled teens to mediating family crises, Elizabeth sees this as the last straw in Drew's reign of terror. Empowered by her role, she could rally other staff members for a subtle boycott of Drew's demands, or even document his interferences for higher-ups. This revelation adds a communal dimension, as Elizabeth envisions a united front against Drew, perhaps organizing an informal meeting in the nurses' lounge to discuss strategies, blending her nursing expertise with a newfound resolve to protect her colleagues. In the end, Elizabeth Weber emerges as a formidable force with the insight and influence to potentially halt Drew's destructive path and rescue Michael from unjust persecution. Her blend of empathy and authority positions her perfectly to negotiate peace, maybe even confronting Drew in a tense hospital hallway scene where she lays out the stakes with unflinching clarity. As the storyline progresses, fans are left wondering if this head nurse will wield her power to bring about justice. Do you think Liz can save Michael? Drop your predictions in the comments and stay tuned for more explosive updates.